Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the MRL Tier 2. We're here for some Austria action with myself and Scars. Say hello, Scars. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
We are back. We had a Neon to fill in before, but now we're back with the one and only Scars, or Josh, as we now call him. How are you feeling for today's race, Scars?
Amazing, amazing. Good to be back. Of course, a bit of a 2 week break. Missed the last race and missed the race before. And of course, a break week, so been like about a month actually. So back with the best commentating duo and
Best
back in the
commentating duo.
best tier. Technically,
Best
the
tier.
best tier, of course. Technically. I mean, top three separated by 6 points, by the way, in Austria. Great track. Great for overtaking, great for racing. And strategy is going to be interesting as well. So super excited.
I can confirm. I can confirm. I'm just gonna, guys. I got a new monitor, so the screen might be a little bit strange. Tell me if it looks okay. It should be fine. I think. Is it fine? It's fine. Okay. You see nothing. You see nothing. So we have some engineers in the chat telling us that we have rain in the race. We have dry qualifying and rain in the race. That could be interesting. What do you think? Do we have any wet merchants?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple of people already on mediums. Maybe it's a starting or sorry, raining in the middle of the race, which means people could be qualifying on mediums, going long, or it could be raining at the end of the race or at the start. Um, if it's at the start, then there is no reason to go on mediums right now, just wasting time. But there's a short track, so they can all basically get 4 or 5 runs in.
That's true.
So
That's
they can
correct.
probably fit a mediums lap and then 4 more soft laps. So yeah,
Okay, so who is our first person out on the track? Let's see.
so that's
So we have a Haas.
dark. Almost dark.
Is that Cattle King? No, it's Dark on the medium tires. Okay. Since it is your return, Mr. Scars, would you like to, you already know what's coming, give us a hot lap commentary?
Sure. All right, all right, all right. I actually haven't driven this track in a while, myself, but Austria incredibly hard track limits, starting with turn one. Such a painful corner, and now mediums it's even more. And oh, okay, well,
Oh,
unfortunately he has
oh,
spun out of turn one, and bit of a commentator's curse there as the first
my
driver, but there is a
apologies.
Red Bull behind him. I think that's Domi, the softs. So yeah, lost his wing there. He's gonna have to definitely pit. But Domi made his way through turn one pretty cleanly, then into turn three. Very difficult corner, heavy braking. Hits the apex nicely on the exit, touches the curb a little bit, but good traction, DRS open. And then on the straight, trying diagonal it, get back to the left-hand side. Use a bit of curb, braking on it, slightly hitting the apex, then back on the power. A little bit of oversteer, but that did not affect him whatsoever. Then back on the curb, flick it into the left, a little bit of understeer, but gets it back to the apex. And then on the curb, try not to invalidate 44.4 split. Not bad, I don't think. Um, and then turn 8 was good now into the fast 9 and 10 where there could be traffic actually. Nicely hooking up their Ferrari at the last corner, but that wouldn't affect him. Drifting through turn 10. All good, getting a little slipstream from the Ferrari, and that is a lap of a 4.3. He did actually slow down at the end of his lap.
He slowed
So
down.
uh, yeah, he just flipped it off a little bit. 4.3. I mean, it looked faster, definitely, as Ben Mills eclipses that by 4 tenths, which kind of confirms my suspicion. That was a very clean lap until he just stopped, basically. As Kanei goes second, 4.0, and Max O'Connor third, with 4.2.
Okay,
So yeah,
excellent.
interesting. I don't know why he slowed down. Maybe wanting to get P11,
Bear with
if he
me
doesn't think he can
one
get Paul back.
second. I'm currently struggling with the ultra wide issue, so just bear with me. Bear with me,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, I'll keep you a lot updated on the times. If anything crazy happens. Nothing crazy at the moment, but yeah, looking at the top three in the championship, currently only 2 of them in here actually, Noel and Yagisuel. That's how you say his name. Jason
Yagsuol.
currently not here. Yagisuel, I'm so sorry. I
Yagisuol.
apologize.
I can't believe it. Anyway,
I
moving swiftly on.
apologize. I apologize. Yeah. insane. 6 points in the championship after 12 rounds, 13 rounds, well, 12 rounds technically. Insane. Dason not here, who was second in the championship, but Noel currently leading. So he's going to be hoping to extend his lead. But yeah, we'll see how it goes for those two. Both of them currently not yet set a lap time. And Noel valid actually.
Okay, thank you for being patient, gentlemen and ladies and all. You know, we have the stream fixed, and we're back with Ben with a pole position lap of 3.9. I believe in America's Tier 1 yesterday, we had a pole position time of 3.449 by Drake Dempsey. Actually, fun fact, TTG teammate of myself and Scars. So, you know, representing. Do you think we'll see a time faster than that, potentially?
It's gonna be difficult, of course. America's Tier 1, pretty damn quick. Got some quick drivers in there, but I mean, 5 tenths to make up. It's tall order, not gonna lie. But we'll see.
I mean, it is a pretty solid banker lap. We've got Max. Okay, he's 2 tenths down. He's gone wide on the last corner, second last corner. So it doesn't look like he'll be improving on his lap anytime soon. A Desi, a 4.0 on the mediums.
I don't know. Yeah, just behind him as well in the mediums, 12.1.
Yeah, my
bad at
goat.
all.
Very good. Any drivers currently out? Yeah, it'll be interesting because, you know, in the standings currently, we've got a 6-point gap between the top three. You know, we've got Noel on 110, we have Dason on 107, and we have Yagsual on 104 points. So anything can happen, and, you know, with Dason not taking part in today's race, you know, they've got an opportunity to really pull away.
Yeah, Dason, I mean, the fact that he's still in the championship is insane. I think he's missed 6 races this season. This is his sixth race he's missed, so or going to miss. So that's insane that he's still even there in the championship. But I'm pretty sure Noel also came in a little bit late. Along with the Axis Dark goes fastest, 3.895. So it's getting there, getting quicker. So a couple more laps to do.
Some solid banker laps have been laid down. We've got Domi on an out lap, starting his lap, but he's on the medium compound.
Noel out on mediums as well. Championship leader. Interesting. So maybe it is raining later on in the race. A lot of people on mediums, surprisingly.
Yeah, I think what it would be, it's either bankers that are being set, or really they're trying to extend and see how fast they can go on the mediums to get as many followers as not followers. Sorry, I just read something in the chat. That's banned. Goodbye. Sorry. No, to try and get as high track position as possible. You know, and they can go really far into the race, and you know, hopefully skip that middle pit stop really.
Yeah, definitely. Yag's on a lap now on mediums as well. Also a title contender, third. As we know, he got a nice slipstream actually from the Haas into turn 3. So
oh, what a camera angle!
not bad at all.
Look at this, beautiful.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's looking good so far, the lap. It's not bad. There is his teammate Domi. Maybe getting a tow from him, or Domi might be getting a tow from him in a second. Yag's 44.5. That's a 10th off what Domi did on his banker lap before he backed off. So this is not going to be a bad lap. I'm not exactly sure what this may be. Maybe it's a low 40.
A low 40.
We'll see going into the last corner. 4.
And across the line, P2.
3.9.
Excellent lap.
Nice lap. Yeah,
And
that tells you these guys can go a lot faster in the softs as well.
Exactly. I mean, to be fair though, the gap between mediums and softs, although I believe it shows 4 tenths, it's actually in reality around 2 to 3 tenths. So, you know, we might not be seeing insane improvements in lap times. Obviously, we will see the improvements, but in reality, it'll probably be maybe 3 tenths maximum, I'd say. Obviously, they'll drive better as well because they have a delta now, so they can push a bit more. Yeah. My prediction for bold prediction, I'm gonna go with a 3.5.
3.5 by who? By who may that be?
By who? I'm gonna go with Yagsual. I'm gonna give him my vote today. What about you?
I'm gonna go with Ben Mills because actually he's just gone in valid. Oh, the lap before went 3 tenths up, and first sector he's already 2 tenths up, and he's doing pretty good. I mean, in previous leagues or in other leagues, sorry, he's really, really quick. Beating people like Luke Smith, by the way,
That's true.
as Kanei. Domi going 3.7 and then Kanei going 3.7 as
3.7
well.
on the
on
mediums,
soft.
might I add.
Yeah.
That's a
They're
really good
so
lap time.
good. Yeah. But yeah, Ben Mills gained up just 3/10 in the one corner. So how much is he gonna
He's
get? Now he's
4/10 up.
4/10 up. Not bad. So he's getting a little bit dirtier. That wouldn't have affected him into the last two corners. So easy to invalidate through here. So we'll see how he takes it.
Oh, he's
Oh, he's
wide. He's
gone.
invalidated.
He's
You called it.
deep.
Commentator's curse
Unfortunate.
once again from Scars.
Yeah, it's a second lap in a row. And it would have been a pole by 2/10. That would have almost been the lap, the 0.4 we're looking for. So.
That would give
unfortunate.
confidence to me if I was in his shoes, though. That the pace is there. Just got to make sure that he, nails that last sector once again.
Yeah.
It was, it was millimeters wide, really. It wasn't even that far. Codemaster decided that is an invalidation, unfortunately. But yeah, we have a Desi now on his flying lap on the softs now, and he's actually just gone purple into sector 1. So we could be looking at a new provisional pole sitter here. Could be a McLaren 1-2.
He's getting held up by Ben a little bit, locked up there actually. So maybe.
A Desi, our race
He
winner,
needs to find a
last
little time.
race. So he's gonna look to see if he can make it
Oh,
That's
oh,
valid.
Okay.
Interesting. He's he's gonna try and
Oh,
make
that's
it 2
very
wins.
deep. Nah,
That's valid.
that's also valid. Okay. We move. Oh, okay. This backed off. Yeah, way too many mistakes. He went wide so many times. Just had to back off.
Deep
There's an
breaths, a
Alpine
Desi.
behind him on the lap.
Deep breaths. Alpine, my champion.
Yeah, an Alpine on the lap on mediums. And it was 4.1. Purple last sector.
Exactly
So
the
they
same
flipped it
lap
again.
time as P10 behind him. To the
So-
millisecond.
Oh, bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what's a good lap on mediums, but everyone's just doing good laps on mediums at the moment, it seems. But yeah, that 3.7 from Domi may be crucial because everyone is just invalidating their laps. I think pretty much all these laps are just bankers at the moment, apart from Kanei, who managed to get a second lap in.
Yeah, I mean, so far, Domi classes the field at this moment. He's really showing his pace, really starting to flex his muscles a little bit. He's been on form ever since he, switched from Tier 1 down to Tier 2. He's at the front of the field there, and I guess he's really having some fun now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, of
Psycho
course,
on the flying lap?
Tier 2 champion before
Invalid.
as well.
That is correct. And he went on one of the biggest sprees of winning that I've seen in any league racing season, I should say. I believe, what was it, 14 or 12? I can't remember exactly the number.
Insane.
Wins in a
Yeah.
row. That's an insane.
I not invalid, by
insane.
the way. It's purple, the first sector.
Who is this?
Said it was invalid. Kai, Alfa Romeo, you said it was invalid. He's
No,
not.
Psycho, I said, sorry.
Oh, so.
Hits the apex
Kai's a good
well,
lap.
carries speed on the power early. Good split, 44.1. With a good last sector, this should actually be a low 3, maybe a 0.4. Realistically a 0.5, unless he absolutely nails the last sector. Good speed. Could be more track on the exit, but I guess he doesn't want to invalidate like Ben did. And this allows him to get a 3.5 provisional pole position by
Yes.
almost 2/10. What a lap.
Yeah, and there's more to come. I
Back-to-back
think
laps.
he was just trying to. Yeah, I think it was just trying to finish the lap. Just get the lap in. He knew that was going to be a pole, so just getting the lap in.
Not back-to-back
Kanei on his out lap. P2 man at the moment. Coming in the last sector, ready to start. He's actually got quite a bit of traffic, so he has to wait Coulon Terrace. And it's a really big problem here in America's last night. Saw a couple of clips about especially Neon getting held up in the last sector. Ruining his
Yeah.
lap, so
Gotta make sure that you have the
saw it
gap,
in
you
real
know?
life as well. Yeah. Saw it in real life as well. With Alonso just getting completely blocked by Vettel.
Good turn 1 by
So-
Kane. I'm not too sure if he's
Yeah,
up.
with-
We'll see at this sector 1 split, however. He is up by half a tenth. If you can find time with a good turn 3, it's important to get a good exit here. Try to minimize the amount of wheel spin, because that is one of the main time gaining zones on the track, along with turn 4 as well. You need to make sure that you hit the apex in the right way and get on the power nice and early to be able to get to the right hand side, which he looks to have done, which is really well. Going on to the, is it turn 6, I believe? A little bit narrow. Turn 7. And he's
Safe.
down actually on his split. So he seems to have lost a little bit in the middle sector compared to his previous best.
Yeah, it looks like he's just nervous, really nervous to push the limits, just not wanting to avoid it and losing time as a result.
It's understandable,
I don't
but he does improve with this last sector and stays P2, but kind of secures his P2 a bit.
Domi out on mediums again, starting another lap, so he's not going to do softs. I mean, understandable, he's in P3 still. But he doesn't want to wear out those mediums too much. I mean, that's 2 laps on them. It's going to be his 3rd lap on them.
Of course, we have 3 drivers, P6, P7 and P8, all on medium tires, all in the same 10th, 3.9. However, Psycho's on 5 laps on his medium tires. He may struggle
I
in the
wouldn't
race.
want to be starting on those. Domi backed off of the lap, I believe. Yes. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be starting on 5 lap old mediums. Rather start on softs, honestly. It's a no. P3 on mediums. Championship leader for a reason, of course. Great lap.
He's had the consistency all season.
Yeah. Definitely. Just come back.
Okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna ride on board of Yagswall here. I
Look at
didn't
the
quite
train
see.
from turn 1 to turn 3. There are like 8 cars in one spot in turn 3 right now.
Trying to make sure that they don't.
That's not gonna be
block.
fun.
Good exit. There was a little bit of wheel spin, but you know, it was a good exit nonetheless. Excellent lap from Noel though, out qualifying Domi on the mediums, showing his pace, showing why he's the leader, as you said already. Let's see how much Yagswall will be up. Hit the apex well, clipped the curb. They pushed him a bit wide, unfortunately.
Oh, that's it for him. Unless he has more fuel to go.
We've got Mikau, he's on another flyer. He's up by 3/10 on his lap currently. That was a purple middle. Oh, dark. Oh, dark. Mikau will not be happy with that.
Yeah, this traffic is just insane.
Mikau will not be happy with that.
P3, nice.
What a lap
6
for Mikau.
these laps.
Right on board with Kai.
He's
He's going once again, getting a little bit of a cheeky toe.
Ben purple first sector. He's 2/10 up in the first sector, Ben. So, it's on a good lap as well. I'm not sure, did Kai improve in the first sector? I think he did. Yeah.
Was that a retirement on track? By Feral Dude?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he crashed. I think he just retired on track, yeah. But he's out of the way at least, so that won't hinder anyone. I'm looking at Ben Mills. I actually didn't catch a delta. I'm not sure if he's improving.
Kai
but
is
he's got
currently up
traffic
by
in the last
1.2
sector.
tenths on his lap time currently. So that would
Yeah,
give
this
him
could be an
a
Alfa
low
Romeo
4
front row
or
lap,
a
I
high
believe.
3. This wouldn't be the first time we've seen the Alfa Romeos in the front row. I believe in Singapore
Ben
they locked out the
P2.
front row. And Kai
Yeah,
going around the final
Ben P2.
corner. That's a 3.400. What a lap. Beating the America's Tier 1 pole time by half a tenth. Excellent job.
You predicted this, right?
I did.
Hypo? Yeah, I predicted Ben. So, not far off. Got from that one to again. But in Singapore. I don't even think these two ended up on the podium in the end in Singapore.
That's true.
So,
Kai
So-
qualified on pole in France, and he took that victory from pole, lights to flag. Very controlled race by him. So, you know, he's showing that the pace is there, definitely.
yeah. But does this put them in the best position for the race? Because look behind them. Got Kane on softs, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars behind them on mediums.
Yeah.
That's going to be huge.
It's quite
Like,
unfortunate for
they're
P9
gonna
and
have to work
P10.
together.
P9 and P10
Yeah.
at the back on the softs. They're going to look to try and get through as quick as they can. Oh, Yagswall actually very fortunate that someone actually improved. Psycho 11 laps on his mediums. Oh my goodness.
Oh my. Psycho. Oh my. Oh, this can't
Surely.
be right.
Surely.
Not. His best is on the mediums.
Surely.
So he's gonna start on 11 lap old mediums. Or is that wrong?
That has to be a game bug. And I looked at his race director, and it shows that he only did 6 laps total.
What, 6 Fs? I mean,
No, just
it's
total, like total, including softs at the beginning.
oh, okay.
So it could be a little bit bugged out.
Okay, about to say that would have been a bit not well for his tires. I'd say 11 laps, working on 11 lap tires. Of course, softs only last like 12 laps. The
So we're
softs
gonna
alone,
admire
so
the Mercedes here in all its glory around the Red Bull Ring.
beautiful car, amazing. Of course, leading the real life world championship at
That
the moment.
is a brake marker board that has been destroyed.
Okay.
Merc master plan, as Wisp would say. Shout out to Wisp. And that is our qualifying over. I'm very excited to see how this race will go. It's very difficult for the
Yeah.
drivers, you know, they have to make sure that they don't cut too much on the inside of turn 1 because it's, you know, very, very easy to lose the car and spin into the wall, as we saw with Dark on his very, very first lap in qualifying. But also, if you don't clip the curb in the right way and don't take enough, it's very easy to extend and get a track limits warning on the outside. So you're gonna, you know, these drivers are gonna have to really make sure that they're, you know, nailing that turn 1 to be able to reduce the amount of penalties that they get. Because at the end of the race, that could become, you know, a really important thing to make sure they don't have any penalties. So we have an Alfa Romeo 1-2, not for the first time this season. Kane lining up in 3rd position. Mikau, Noel, Domi, Lewis, Yaya Sanogo, Psycho, and Dark running are your top 10. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Some
2
really
tenths
good
gap
laps.
once again.
Yeah, some really good laps out there from Noel and Domi, especially on those mediums. I think.
Yeah, excellent laps.
How far were they off pole? You said 3 tenths, 4 tenths. I can't
Around
even
3,
remember.
yeah, they were around 2.5 to 3 tenths off ish. Pole was a 3.4, and they were doing 0.7s.
Yeah, it's perfect for now. Of course, we don't know when the rain's coming. Obviously, it seems like it's going to be a dry start.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the mediums are going to take them to around the middle of the race when the rain will come, around lap of 20-ish. I predict, hopefully. And that'll be perfect for them to make that one less pit stop straight to inters. But then also, the guys on softs will be absolutely rapid for whatever the tire they pit for, and they will come back at them towards the end of the stint when the track starts to get wet.
Do you think
And
we'll
we
see
know
some
that
of...
fresh softs
Go
or
on.
new tires will be really fast in a
Mhm.
half wood, half dry track.
That's true. You know, the gap could be even 2 seconds a lap, maybe more. The gap between the softer compounds in like the slick to mediate conditions or damp conditions is so crazy. If you guys remember, there was America's Tier 1 Italy. We had Johnny Musson or Babatunde. He started on the mediums, went to the softs, and charged his way all the way through the field from the back up to a podium just because of the tires. I mean, obviously he drove very, very well, but that just shows just how strong the softer compounds are in those mixed conditions.
Yeah, it's insane. So, Kai and Ben and Kane, of course, need to work hard, like, together. I mean, they can't be fighting. They just need to gap with their fresh softs. Because actually everyone behind them, Mika, Noel, Domi, and Lewis, they all did multiple laps on the medium, so they won't be as good too quickly. So I'd say they have around 6 laps, maybe, at best, to just pull away.
Do you think that they can do that? It depends on Kai's pace at the front or whoever gets a better start. Kai being on the P1 position though, he gets the better line for turn 1. I always believe that outside line for a right-hand corner is much better, just because it's easier to take the racing line. So if Ben doesn't outstart him, I would suggest that he kind of files behind. You know, they don't want to take each other out on lap 1, turn 1, especially being teammates.
Yeah, but it's also really difficult should you take that risk to push, because it's so easy just to drop the car. And last season in Tier 3, I was engineering one of my teammates, and he spun from the lead while he was trying to push. So it's quite easy to just spin these cars, drop them around. We don't see as much in real life, but in the F1 game, it's pretty damn easy to just drop the car when you're trying to push. So, and when these softs overheat, like, it's pretty much over.
Sorry to interrupt you here, Scars. Just there, we just saw how Alfa Romeo babies are made. We had the Alfa Romeos inside each other. Very interesting by Codemasters.
Very interesting. Well,
Okay,
Harlan, I think you should take us away then.
no problem, no problem. We're just waiting for the final car to line up on the grid and for the lights to take place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are red lights. And it's actually a very, very, very good start for Kai. He seems to have got the jump on Ben. We have a Alpha Tauri back in the midfield, losing some positions, but Kai gets away very, very well, very strong. Actually managing to pull a bit of a gap towards Ben, and that's very, very clear for them. 1-2 secured. Now it's very easy for them, and then what they've got to do is just try and push together, try and slipstream each other, try and DRS each other.
Oh!
What's happened? What have I missed? Oh my god.
The
There's been a
Red
bunch
Bull. Yep, the Red Bull completely outbreak. That's Domi almost outbraked himself, almost killed Mikau, but caused a huge pile up, and that slowed everyone down. Look at the time they've lost, like a second and a half to the guy's head. That's already DRS lost, and the top four are basically gone. Already huge mistake from Domi. I have no idea how he avoided collision. Really well done on the brakes there, but no damage, no harm done for now.
Wow, and Lewis has dropped it. Alpine.
Oh!
Alpine.
And it's Lewis, unfortunate,
Alpine.
and
Feral
oh,
dude has
no.
retired. Has he
Yeah,
gone
I
into
think
him?
he might have hit Lewis, and
That's
that's a
a
virtual
VSC.
safety car.
Perfect
And
opportunity.
5-second penalty as well.
Oh,
Yeah, so yeah, Lewis spun, exited turn 8, so and then Feral dude must have just hit him and lost his wheel, unfortunately. So innocent bystander there, and Lewis, well, I would expected him to pit because he's got a penalty for some reason. Don't know why.
yeah.
Max O'Connor into the bits.
It looks
as
like
well.
the penalty was for a 5-second collision with Feral Dude, the severe collision. So potentially that could be removed. I'm not sure. Insane, insane! What a start! What a start by the two Alfa
Yeah.
Romeos. You know, Kai got away very, very strongly off the line. I know that Ben, he's been trying to work on his starts a bit, but Kai, very, very good traction, and he actually pulled away almost 4/10 off the line, which is insane if you think about it. And then we've got Kane, you know, just filling in, holding position. But you know, VSC, would it be wise for these guys to pit to mediums and go to the rain now to lose that time gap that they would lose?
I mean,
Not enough time.
they could, but they would lose so many. They would lose all the positions. Like, there's no point. I feel
Mikau is right on the back of Kane. Kane seems to have been jumped by the
restart
Alfa
for the
Romeos.
Romeos. Yeah, Kane asleep at the restart. And that's gifted the two Alfa Romeos a 1.6-second gap already. And I think yeah, the two Alfa Romeos just swapped around. No, they didn't. Sorry, I'm not being dumb. But yeah, perfect restart there for those two.
And now for them, it's just try to lose as little time as possible, try to DRS each other and
Mikau
pull
moved.
away.
Yeah, Mikau just dived on the inside of Kane already, so that's a nightmare for Kane. And he's just, look at that, he dropped 6 tenths. I think he had an issue on the exit. So I don't know what's going on there. I think that's Noel attacking Dark,
Oh.
and Noel is hit. Oh, Domi, and he's hit the Haas as well.
Hold
And
the
it's
brakes.
back on the racing line. The
my
championship
God.
leader spinning around. It's a disaster. Yeah, and that's the other Mercedes lost his front wing. I didn't even notice.
Mercedes
What?
master plan. Unlucky. This is
Was
going to be
really,
a Jeddah POV from Hamilton and Bottas.
Yeah, I have no idea how that happened. BSC again. Yeah,
Kane in the
I
pits.
just saw no. Kane in the pit. I think he might have damage actually. He was really slow. After the VSC, so maybe he hit someone. I don't know. But
That was a very
no,
short
he just
VSC.
went down-
Wow.
yeah, we go racing again. But before anything happens, I just want to say what happened if you missed it. Yeah, no, he was going for a move on AMS Dart, and then I think he misjudged his braking point, went down the inside of Yags, and hit him, spun around, and yeah, took out. I actually don't know who else he took out, but then he took his teammate out with him, unfortunately. So
These things can happen. Right now for Noel, it's, you know, damage limitation, trying to get back up into the points. You know, he is on the medium tires, so you know he'll be very close to the top 3 in terms of the soft runners on pit strategy. So you know, it's not all over for him. He's just gonna have to show some good pace to try and get back.
yeah, he's still P11. So something in the world. So
I think the VSC really saved him.
yeah. Yeah, Mikau's got strong pace. He's not really been gapped that much. Overall, he's gained like 2 tenths. um, after the VSC ended the first time round, so he's not that slow, surprisingly.
Got the
I think the
fastest
two
lap.
upper is just working together. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ag's not fastest lap. 106.6. That'll go down as the fuel comes down, new tires as well later on. There's
Noel.
Noel already getting past Lewis as well.
Noel showing why he's the leader, flexing his muscles, flexing his pace. But we now have the Red Bulls again together. There's a lot of teamwork going on. I remember in Spain last week, we had the Red Bulls together on track, we had the Alphas together on track, and now again in Austria we have the Red Bulls together on track, and we have the Alfa Romeos together on track. So Mikau's in a bit of a sandwich, but yeah, I guess it shows that they're quite equally matched in terms of pace, and hopefully they can work together this time to kind of close the gap on Mikau and maybe start to, you know, put a push on Ben and Kai up front. He seems to be cruising.
Yeah, I mean, you say cruising, but Mikhail's, I don't know how he's doing. He's closing. I mean, the results are only 5 laps old, but also 2 VSCs, so it should still be good. So Mikhail insane pace. And the two of them have just been swapping around this entire time. So, and they're still losing time, even with that. So, got Ben, oh, not Ben. Mikhail's got insane pace. And that's going to be crucial in the next coming laps as well. So we'll see how that develops as they swap around again. They're 2 Alfa
Oh,
Romeos.
Ben a little bit deep.
As
Might have lost a bit of time
actually.
there.
Yeah, yeah, that's not what you want to be doing. But he's going to go through clean on the inside. I think he is. Yeah, he is on the inside. And Mikau, but well, Mikau's actually been using a lot of ERS. But I think that whole exchange just lost him 4 tenths.
And now he's
now
back.
within DRS, Mikau, yeah. So that has cost him the 12 Romeo. So Mikau, probably the favorite now to win the race, actually.
It all depends on whether or not Domi has the pace to catch up, which at the moment it doesn't seem like he does. And with Mikau now having the DRS, he's going to get dragged along by the soft runner's pace.
Oh, dark spinning. He's at the wall. I think he has damage at a turn 8 on softs. Yeah, he has a right front end plate is missing going into the pits. Doesn't collect anyone, thankfully. But yeah, he makes his way into the pits, and that's you know, qualified P10 on softs, I believe, and it's all gone pretty bad
Timing tower.
from there.
Don't break, please. 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 Game.
You're good? You good?
Timing tower.
We're having technical problems?
Can you see any gaps on your side?
No, not anymore. Oh shit. Oh, Domi and S2000 go off the track together. Looks like a bit of a Norris and Perez incident. They have both went off into the gravel. Luckily, it didn't crash. But they did lose around 3 seconds. But yeah, the gaps have just died. And I just did not notice for some reason. But yeah, well.
It's because Psycho
Fortunately-
rejoined. Rejoining breaks it. I guess on the next lap it should fix itself. That's not too bad then. We've got
Yeah, it's fixing itself already.
very good. As everyone goes across the line, it does seem to rectify itself. Okay. False alarm. False alarm. No worries.
All good, all good. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think Domi just let Yags through, and then S2000 spot a gap and tried to go around the outside, and Domi just said no. They both went off into the gravel, and that's the bad thing about this game. If you just slightly touch the side pod of someone on the outside, you just drag them along with you.
Oh,
As Wisp saying, on 5 minutes, we'll have rain.
if it's only 5 minutes, then the mediums might not have been the right tire.
Yeah, the softs may have been bang on, but Jeff can say something, but then the garage and qualifying could also say something different, and then the screens at the start of the race could also say something different. So it always changes for some reason. I have no idea who was right. And who
Oh,
was
we've
wrong.
got a
So
spinner.
someone's
Is that
gone off.
Lewis?
Lewis again, I think. And Alpine, fortunate. Gonna damage there at least. I think that's the only Alpine in the race actually. Yeah, other Alpines. And Harlem, of course, tier 1 Alpine driver.
More points than scars. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
What?
Sorry. But no, with the weather, back to the weather. So, although Wisp, you know, are trusty engineer in the chat is telling us 5 minutes. What we can normally focus on is the, the clouds. It gets really dark around Austria. Driver, we got Scars talking the smack around about Alpine, unfortunately.
Oh. No, I'm just Alpine, just having a tough day.
Season.
Sympathizing with them. Off season. He said adopt me, by the way.
That's a joke. It's a joke. Mikhail, very good pace though. He's managed to stay within 3/10. If you remember before, what did we say about the 3/10?
Yeah.
Pace advantage does seem to be clear. Yes, Carbon. The rain does make it go dark, but it gets very dark around here, and it's not really changed yet. So I don't believe the rain is coming anytime soon.
But this might be a double overtake for Mikhail.
On the inside,
he might
release the brakes.
Oh, he had to jump over the sausage curb, and that cost him so much time. And I think Kai really reluctant not to give that position up. But yeah, he's lost a bit of time. He's got 36 ERS. Kai has around 40, and Ben actually cruising on 60%. So they're controlling this right now, and they're still gapping Yags behind.
They are.
3.7 seconds.
This has been a controlled drive from the Alfa Romeo. Apart from that slight mistake in that one turn 3 incident where Ben made a slight lockup.
Yeah.
But
well, we're talking about control, but unfortunately for them, when the rain comes, one of them are going to lose out massively though. Of course, they're double stacking. So either they're going to have to double stack, one is going to lose 3 seconds, or else one of them are going to have to pit earlier or later, just still going to lose them 3 seconds. So either way, one of them are going to lose out massively in this race. And we'll see how they feel about who's going to go in first.
Yeah, I would say whoever has track position should go in first. But also at the same time, I think it's better to double stack rather than to lose, because if the crossover happens quickly, they'll lose way more than 3 seconds in the pit lane.
Yeah.
And they'll be losing 5, 6, maybe 7 seconds if they stay out another lap. So
the dream scenario is just safety car.
Of course.
For them. But yeah, we'll see. With worn tires, a lot easier to drop the car. Of course, 10 lap softs now, so for these two, and I think the mediums will start to come into range now. Just as the softs will start to die off pretty soon, actually. I think around lap 15 on a normal day is the pit window for softs.
That is correct.
Which is around the stops like 70%. So we've got 5 more laps. They better hope these clouds start coming in.
Yeah, you can kind of notice because Jagswall in P4, the gap is starting to come down now. Because Mikhail obviously is following the pace of Ben, who's on those, wearing softs. So it does show that the mediums are starting to come into their own. Also, Mikhail,
here we go.
Very, very close to the back.
Oh, okay. That is genius, to be fair.
Very good defending. A roadblock.
They just boxed him in there. He had nowhere to go. Got pinched on the apex.
Oh, what a send! Oh no! Oh no!
And
ambition over adhesion from Mikhail.
Yeah, it's like and Domi around the outside. Nice. Avoided him there. Similar thing to what happened to Noel actually. Just overambitious, outbroke himself. And that's gifted at Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo 1-2, Red Bull 3-4.
Yeah, and that's pretty much his race win hopes out of the win now, unless there's a safety car or he's got some inhuman pace that he wants to show off. But don't think that's the case. Car's probably overheated as well now, so yeah, that's unfortunate. And it is getting darker, yes.
Yes.
You can see the clouds starting to come in. Rain is coming down soon.
Let's have a look at the penalties.
But,
oh, that is not the right button for that.
Yeah, penalties coming in. The 12 Romero's swap round again. And they're pretty much clear, but he's gained a second after that little incident with Mika, so he's gained a second, and his tires will be looking good. And I think, where did the Yak start? Like P8 or something, P7. And he's now
at the
probably one of the favorites for one now.
Position change. Yags is up 8 positions.
Yeah, so he started outside the top 10. So it's really gone well for him, and he's still gaining time. He's gained like 4 tenths in the middle sector.
Yeah, mediums are definitely faster now.
Beautifully now. Yeah, no softs are gonna start to scream.
He's hunting down the
Of
victory here.
course, yeah. I wish we would be able to see these graphics with the tires more often, but they just pop up whenever they want to, unfortunately.
They got a mind of their
So
own.
that's it. Yeah.
Wow, very, very close. 1.2 seconds the gap now. The softs have really started to die. I have doubt the alphas at the front are battling hard, but it doesn't look like they're battling. So I think the softs are
How did
really
that
dying.
happen? Yes, and someone's gone off in the last corner. Or turn 8. That's Max. I think he's all good. No damage. Yeah, I think something must have happened. My timing tower is broken for some reason.
Yeah, it looks like Psycho game crashed again. It started to rain. Can you see the rain?
Yeah. I can see a little bit of drops, but it's gonna be at least 2 laps before they need to go in. But the soft, they're gonna be like ice. They're gonna be driving on ice now. These two up front. It's gonna be so difficult for them to keep it on the road. So let's hope they can for their sake. They're gonna want this to just bucket it down because these softs are probably on the edge now, probably around 65%. So it's gonna be a hard few laps for these two, that's for sure.
For sure, for sure. Yag's right on the back now. Very good. He's gonna, you know, because of his position and because of the 2 cars are teammates up ahead, this should be a free position for him. So he's looking at a net P2 at the moment. Really good, really solid drive from him today. He might even be able to get them before the pit lane. You'll see. Even S2000 is starting to close the gap as well now. So these medium runners, you know, slowly but surely, they're coming into their own, gaining confidence. Make out very close to the back of Domi. Actually giving a slight little love tap. I guess he likes the rear end of Domi, you know?
Yeah. I mean, Red Bull looks beautiful, of course. Beautiful car.
It is planted.
For the blue livery, actually. It's amazing.
You know, I think I'm going colorblind, honestly. Because it doesn't look blue to me, it looks black.
Oh, Domi spun at a turn 8. And that's, well, pretty much jinxed him there. Macau got too close for comfort and the pressure, if there was any, was taking its toll there, and he's spun around. Still in P7, actually. As Domi spins again, and he's avoided the wall, but I think he's... no, he's actually hit it. I think he has damage. I can't see any. But yeah, that's awful. Awful for Domi.
The Alfa Romeo is doing a stellar job. Stellar job defending, truly. Completely boxing in.
Well, you say that, but he might get them both here, actually. Well, one at least. He's gonna, the other one doesn't have DRS.
Definitely both.
He might get them both. He will definitely. It's gonna be 3 wide. That's not gonna work. Oh,
around the outside. So oh no! Slide contact.
Kai. Oh, he just about keeps it together. Yeah, Kai he had no grip on the exit and kind of just oversteered into Yags and then hit him, and then he lost his car again, but just about kept it out of the wall. And Yags making a double overtake. The softs just have no grip at the moment, and it's still not near dry enough.
Exactly.
It's still kind of just drizzling at the moment. And look at S2000.
Right there as well.
He's just 4 tenths back.
Worked very, very well in his favor. Very, very well in his favor. Because I believe the gap was 3 seconds. And after that one fight there...
Macau will be kicking himself so hard. I mean, this looks like it would have been an easy race win for him. S2000 past 1. There we go. Squeeze him out, and they actually make contact, and Ben is going to come back.
Max
I don't
Verstappen
think he has
POV.
DRS. Yep, basically Verstappen 2019, of course, going to show Leclerc. Yeah, Ben will be liking that, but just no grip, and these softs.
Domi on inters.
I mean, we may see punctures here very, very soon.
Domi on intermediates.
That's ambitious. The track is nowhere near ready enough, and you can already tell he's not got a lot of grip out there.
Yeah, we could just, you know, all we need to do is look at the delta. We'll see. It'll start to fly down just out of turn 3.
Yeah, Yags into the pit. Yags into the pit lane.
So maybe he's got the call. Ben in the pits.
Ben as well. Yeah, maybe it's so maybe actually Domi got the perfect lap. Looking at the delta with Domi.
Mikau stays out.
He's not. Yeah, that's
Oh,
interesting. Someone
is that an
spun
AlphaTauri? Is that Yaya?
I think, yeah.
Oh,
He's blocking the pit
oh,
lane and he's respawned. Luckily, and I think I was so close. Noel was like a second away
oh,
from just flying into him there. And it's
what have
pretty
I
much
just
chaos.
seen? What have I just
Domi is
seen?
losing time. I don't know. Domi is losing time to the cars ahead. Let's see. Yags into turn 3.
Oh,
He's
deep.
gone deep.
It's
He's
very
gone
difficult.
off the track.
I can understand what he's struggling with here.
And look at this. Adesi is getting past Ben. Or, well, I think it's the other way. I'm not sure. The track looks
Oh, what a
actually pretty wet
send!
now, so maybe it. But oh, Desi. Yeah, but Yags has lost a second to Kanai. It's not ready. It's not. It's not.
It's very
Enters.
close, but it's
I
not
think it
there.
isn't.
This is very, very, very good for Kai and Mikau, and also S2000 in lead. The overcut,
They're
the
pulling.
overcut, the overcut might have paid off dividends for them.
Yeah. Kai's pitting for enters the next lap, and the Cow and S2000 are staying out. And well, I mean, it looks like enters.
Not yet, not yet. It's very close, but it's
Let's
not
see.
there yet.
Yeah, Desi still has DRS, so DRS is still enabled, but it just looks wet.
Oh, I
Looks
think it just
really
changed.
May
We'll
have.
be
Let's see
seeing,
through turn
we'll be
1.
seeing it next lap or this lap.
Yeah, I think it's pretty equal. Um, but we'll see. This is insane. I mean, these guys all on different strategies. Half the grid on inters, half the grid on mediums.
It's
This
very
reminds me
interesting.
of France last
course.
season in Tier 2.
Unfortunately,
that
I was on
insane.
the wrong strategy in that race.
And I was on the other side of that strategy, the right one.
Where did you
that was
finish
it.
in that race?
It's-
I don't actually remember.
I finished P5
Oh, not
after
bad.
shutting last, actually.
Not bad. Very
so,
good.
yeah, but thank you. Appreciate it.
Cat,
yeah,
is that
but
Cattle
at
King
the
with a
moment-
spin out of turn 1? Unlucky, unlucky. Been
Yeah,
there.
that was on the inters. Inters aren't working. We still lost another second, the Yags, I think. On this lap, 7 tenths in the middle sector, and S2000 in the pits.
I do believe it's
Mikau as
intermediates
well.
now. It has to be
Is it?
intermediates.
Can I
Look at the
stay
track.
out?
Look at the track. You can see all the water on there now. It's like
Yeah,
greasy.
Dozy has lost time to the Yag, so yeah, it's definitely now. But I think S2000 may have overcut Yags, and he has. As long as he keeps it together into the tight pit. Oh, he's almost spun it on the exit, but he's just about kept it. And he's now ahead of Yags, and this is perfect for him. But Yags, of course, in the championship battle, is actually taking the lead
Oh,
of the championship
psycho.
because Null is 13.
Psycho. You psycho.
Psycho. Oh, that's yeah, he's gonna lose a bunch of positions, unfortunately. Well, I say lose, but I mean, putting now is probably the perfect lap to be fair.
Go to
So.
pit entry. That was something to say. That's at least what I can go with that.
Oh, okay. yeah, can I? Yeah, that's not the strategy, unfortunately. 1 lap too many. DRS disabled now officially. Yeah, he's losing way too much time.
I can
But
understand
Nolan
why he
beat,
would do it, but unlucky.
Yeah, I mean, 1 second it's clearly mediums. The next second it's clearly intermediates. So.
That's just how the
Yeah.
cookie crumbles in Formula 1. That's why we love the sport. Anything can happen. There's the finest of margins. You gotta get it right.
Yeah. Exactly. I think, yeah, Kane's in the pits for Inters now. And he's going to drop back. He might not actually drop back that far. He's in P5. I think he'll come out in P5, actually. Yeah, he's going to come up miles ahead of his teammate. He's actually not lost that much. Of course, a McLaren in the rain on slicks, you know, we've seen that not work out at all. Some drivers.
Lando Norris
Goes out
POV. Unfortunate. Box, no! Sorry. It had to be done. It had to be done. It had to be done. Will Yagswell catch S2000? They're quite similar pace at the moment.
You may catch him, but as the amazing Murray Walker said, it's one thing to catch, it's another thing to pass. And in the wet, that is
Oh, that's in the pit lane.
Sorry. Yeah, it's in the pit lane. Overtaking in the wet is so difficult in the F1 game. It's insane. No DRS, no slipstream. It's pretty much impossible, honestly.
Unless you have a significant pace advantage, it does become very, very, very challenging.
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
fresher tires, of course. But in
Yeah.
this case,
But I think Yags. Yeah, sorry.
Go on.
Yeah. As S2000 almost drops it at the exit of turn one, but yeah, 'cause he can afford to chill because his nearest championship rival Noah is in P10. Noah's scoring 1 point, Yags is scoring 18 points. So he's gonna be going into the last round of the championship in the lead by every 10 points. So it's he's not in a bad position right now. So
Yeah, I do believe we have 2 rounds. We've got Mexico and Brazil. So
oh yeah,
championship
more
not
rounds, so
quite
it's fine.
over, but you know, these are the races where championships are won and lost, where you got the consistent ones and you got the ones that sometimes make the slight mistakes, and as consistent as Noel's been throughout this season, maybe it's just slipping away from him at the end.
Yeah, that was a big mistake that he made at the start of the race. On dark, setting it down the inside and then hitting. I can't even remember who it was, who he hit, but taking himself out of contention, really. He was in a good position. I think it was right behind Yags at that point, so he could be where he is. But again, it's another race. Oh, there's been a change of lead, actually. Or almost. What? Oh, when did this happen? Yags on the back of S2000. I don't even know when this happened. Just
Only
randomly around
explanation.
the outside of turn one.
Only
I think he
explanation. S2000
definitely
made
made
a
a
mistake.
mistake.
Had to have. Had to have.
Yeah. Yeah, now he's right on him. Just needs to be careful. They've got a 3-second gap, of course, so they can spare some time. But yeah, he must have made a mistake in the last corner. Most likely. But still in the lead. Got a little bit of wide there. But yeah. Contrasting lines, actually, between these two. They're just like avoiding each other's slipstream and dirty air in the corners. Although there's not much.
Timing Tower is doing its typical shenanigans.
Yeah, but it's luckily just reset. Thankfully. But yeah, the grid kind of, as it goes again, that's cool. Yeah, the grid kind of spacing themselves out now again. It's going to be a pretty single file finish of this race, I feel. Unless the rain stops again.
This is what happens when you have interchangeable conditions. The thing that really spices these kind of races up, if it's like this, is when a safety car comes out. And you've got all of these cars squabbling for the final positions, final points paying positions, or for the win. Or even when you've got mixing strategies. For example, if it got even more wet and then it went to full wets, but you had some people gambling and staying on the intermediates. And you're not too sure which one is the correct tyre, because Jeff's telling you one thing. Oh, S2000 with a penalty. S2000 has a 3-second time penalty.
Where did he get that penalty? It looks like he got it on the straight, or did he get it in the braking zone, like the entry to the corner?
Could that have been a lapse in concentration? Maybe he was looking behind, seeing Yags, and then as a result, straight off the line, off the track, and got himself a warning?
Yeah, that is. I probably got it on the straight. I mean, maybe on the entry curb on the left-hand side. I've done that before. I don't know. Maybe he can get it removed. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but that's gifted the win to Yags as long as he doesn't get a penalty, of course.
We've got some
But
suggestions in the
big
chat that
mistake.
it could be delayed because of the timing tower bug. So that warning could have come through late.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
that
I
would
saw
make
he
sense.
ran a little bit wide into turn one, actually. On previous laps, so maybe it was that.
S2000 seems to have turned the pace up though. Slowly pulling away from Yags again.
I just realized, what happened to Ben? Ben is down in P10.
Really
After
struggling in these
leading
wet
the race
conditions.
for... Wow, I didn't... Wow. That's insane. I didn't even realize it until now. His teammate's still in the podium position.
Mikau,
Yeah.
very close behind Kai, trying to regain that podium that he almost lost. What happened? Overtaken by okay, Alpine, recovery drive, my champion. Very, very good job.
P8! My god. Wow, okay, I did not... yeah, you're gonna hold her on the outside. No, he's not. I did not even notice that. I think Lewis has had like 2 offs this race. And somehow, I don't know how, he's got back to it. Not bad. Not bad at all.
John, we don't talk about it.
Alpine getting points.
I strolled you, okay?
Just He's truly
Complaining about my camera work. It's splendid.
and your Alpine drivers just got him a penalty, unfortunately. We're just gonna put him behind, yeah. So, unlucky.
Have a look at the penalty situation. We have 9 seconds for Lewis, 8 seconds for Yaya, 6 seconds for Ben. So Noel's looking at a P8, at least. Probably at the maximum.
Yeah.
Now that I said at least, but looking at the gap ahead to Domi, it does seem that that's pretty much all he can get at this moment.
Yeah, good damage limitation after his spin earlier on. P8's not the end of the world.
This will be a big point
So,
swing for Yagswell, however, though.
Yeah, it's
25 points and 4 points.
Yeah, I think. Let's see.
He'll gain 21
I have
points,
no idea what I was going to say.
and he's 6 points behind, I believe. So
Yeah.
he'll now be, what, 15 points in the lead?
Yeah,
That's a
that
podium.
is huge.
That's a podium and a
he can win
DNF.
yeah, he can win the championship in the next race, like pretty comfortably. Well, I say comfortably, but he can win it. He has a good chance of winning it in the next race, the championship. So yeah, it's a tough day for Noah. But it's not over. It's not over. It's never over until the last lap. in the
Never
final
over,
race.
over until the fat lady sings, as my mum would say.
Yeah. Dark.
Is that
Hit the
blind?
wall. No, blind. Sorry, I've said dark. I don't know why. Yeah, I just saw dark at a penalty, and I just thought it was name. No, blind. Spinning. Turn 8. Turn 8 has been like, everything's been happening in turn 8 for some reason today.
Yeah, I've taken a
It's a
mental
difficult corner
note
to
to
try,
practice
you know
that for tomorrow. I've taken a mental note already
Yeah.
to make sure that that doesn't happen. Now that I've said that,
Yep.
I can almost guarantee I'm
yeah.
gonna spin tomorrow, but I'll try my best not to. I've jinxed myself.
Yeah, you're gonna think about it every lap.
I really am. If
Yeah.
it's full wet,
It's,
go next.
yeah, I mean, the rain in Austria, yeah, it's just a
It's pretty tough.
different challenge with the curbs, especially.
It's pretty tough. Yag's right on the back
Yeah.
of S2000 again, though. Seems to be locking
He
up
must have made
quite
another
a lot.
mistake. He was just, here we go. This is it. Can
And
he
the
make it?
traction him. Oh, bit of wheel spin.
So true. He doesn't need to risk this, of course. He can just chill on the curb. He's gonna brake late.
Oh, around the outside.
S2000 is gonna.
Give him a little bit of a
Oh, okay.
squeeze. Clean racing. Hard racing.
Yeah. Yeah, Yags knows he doesn't have to risk anything. Well, I hope he knows he doesn't have to risk anything. He's got it secured. So he can just chill. But, yeah, kind of not really catching. He's kind of just holding that 3.5 second gap. And Mikau is kind of just like under 1 second gap as well. So, Mikau, good recovery actually as well. And Yaya has left the session.
Maybe a game crash,
think that-
potentially.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. So he's going to lose some time, and Noel's going to be able to overtake him. Unfortunately, I don't know what the AI difficulty is, but it's pretty low, I'm pretty sure. So,
It's about your skill level.
yeah, yeah, so it must be 110 then, so yeah,
Haha.
he won't be getting overtaken. And,
They're
here we go.
fighting once again.
Off the lead. And he's gone off the track. Yeah, unneeded there. I don't know what's going on. I think S2000 is just making mistakes. I wasn't even
Oh.
on board.
How?
Yeah, joins me.
Controller disconnected. Slight technical issues.
Hell, indeed. Well, I'll keep you posted.
We
Yeah,
are back.
can help
We are
him
back.
so
We
far.
are back. Never fear. However, Kai is almost so very close. So very close. I believe now he's inside S2000's 3 seconds.
Yeah, he gained 1 second because of that little kerfuffle that at turn 3. I mean, I think we should just stay through here because I'm certain he's making a mistake at the last corner. I think he's done it like 3 times now. It's not that bad that time, but yeah, I'm not sure what's going. He's got good pace, S2000. He can pull a gap if he just, settles down and just
Yeah.
drives. But he's just making silly errors. I mean, it's so easy to make a mistake in the wet. A millisecond earlier on the throttle and you just lose the rear end. It's frustrating, but that's what it is. Defends the inside. Kind of defending third nair there. But ooh, a little bit close, but should be fine in the exit. Yeah,
Yeah.
not using any ERS.
He's just being patient. He knows that this race is his as long as he gets no warnings.
Yeah. Yeah, what this is doing, this is just bringing Kai. He's getting another second, actually.
This is just ruining S2000's own race.
Yeah,
He might
he's
even be
going
off
for
the
it now.
podium here.
Yeah, he might. Well, he's going around the outside. Yeah, it's a bit risky. It's just completely losing them time. Yeah, some interesting battling here. It's really awkward battling. They're just trying to not collide.
And it's just losing
They're
them
just
heaps and heaps of time.
yeah. That's like they're almost 4 seconds clear a couple laps ago. Now they're 1 second clear, and that's the podium. I think that's the podium basically gone now.
For S2000 for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what
Unfortunate.
happens.
And he's gone wide at a turn 1.
Perhaps that's where the mistake is happening.
Yeah, probably at a turn 1. It's a really difficult corner, of course, and the wet it even more. Yags, just gotta be careful. He's got Kai quite close behind him. Say close, he's 1.3. But yeah, if they have any more of these kerfuffles, you know, Kai might have an opportunity. So,
Ben, very close.
so
There's a little mini train
Yeah.
for P7 on track. Obviously, Domi will still secure P7 due to the fact that he doesn't have any penalties. But a very close battle. Not the only action going on track. You know, we have the front four, should I say? And then we've got a little bit of a little train behind Domi. For P7, P8, and P9. We've got Noel, 3 seconds, 4 seconds back. Just cruising. He knows that that's all. Oh, who spun? Psycho.
oh,
He's on the full
So-
wets.
he's on the full. Interesting.
He's stood still.
He's gonna down. Maybe. Yep, just waiting.
Safety car?
Making sure he doesn't hit anyone. No, it won't be. I think he has damage. I think that's a front wing behind him. Well, bits of his front wing. Yeah, it's cleared. Hopefully, he gets out of the way. Oncoming cars, the 2 McLarens coming up.
It does look like it's getting quite wet though.
Yeah. Lewis with another penalty. That's 12 seconds for him.
Happens to the best of
So-
us. Valu POV, tier 1 last race in Spain. Shout out to Valu. 15 seconds.
Yeah. Of course, Valo race close driver, and Cycler goes completely off the track. They're just, I think he's just. I mean, I don't know if he just has no grip. Oh, and Canet going in the middle of 2 lap cars. That's brave. I've ever seen it.
You gotta be brave, you gotta be bold, you gotta be excellent. Where's
Yeah,
that quote from?
Indeed.
That is brave, that is
comment
bold,
on
that
that.
is brilliant.
Shut up, please.
Oh,
And Yaya's hit the wall. Exit at turn 3. And he's barely got a front wing at the moment. I think he has the front wing. No, actually, he's got no damage for hitting the wall. So yeah, he disconnected, lost a couple of positions, and has completely ruined his race, unfortunately. It sucks.
good job. We have Vex in the chat who knows where that quote was from. It's when Russell passed Bottas in Sakir 2020. Psycho has retired.
Can't remember that, actually. He's out in the pit lane. I don't think that caused it.
Could it be for the
I
debris?
think
You said that someone lost their front
I
wing?
don't know. Looking, but I don't think it did. Maybe it was for the Yaya incident. Maybe he was still on the track for too long, possibly.
Potentially. So, provisional race result. We've got Yagsual, Kai, Mikau. Oh! Ben. Mudded.
Oh, Ben. Unfortunate. It's a drive through, that's this race we're in.
We're gonna give him a lap of shame.
Oh, yeah, okay. No points. For sure, no points for him, and that's unfortunate. That may gift some points to Blind, actually. But no, never mind. Actually, he's way too far back. And Lewis gets past Domi side by side into turn 7. Nice.
Good
Actually,
move.
didn't see how that developed.
I managed to catch it on stream. He went down the inside of turn 7. They were side by side through turn 6. Broke a little bit later than Domi on the inside of turn 7. And basically secured the corner. Ben Mills
That is
with a drive-through. See, interestingly, with this many laps remaining, I'm pretty sure you don't have to serve it, but the game gives you a 20-second penalty. Can you confirm or deny?
I mean, it's true. I mean, Crampy once got a 20-second time penalty, but it's only in like the last 2 laps. But I guess there's time according to the game to do it. So yeah, it doesn't matter. It does matter for him. Gonna lose a bunch of 2 points. Say points, but 2 points.
Points are points.
But yeah, points are points, and he's still gonna keep on pushing. For at least 1 more lap. Ben Mills down the inside. Oh, almost standing down the inside of Domi. Yeah, we've seen so many crashes at that corner today. People just getting frustrated.
Yeah.
And in the wet, it's so annoying as well. Especially when you're stuck behind people for 20 laps.
2.3 carbon. It's not leader. Yeah, that's interval. So Kai is just about to get P2. S2000 with P3.
Yeah. Good pace from the top two again. I mean, Kai was literally on the rear end just a couple laps ago. Now they pulled away.
I think S2000 has
pace.
decided to stop sandbagging and start pushing and driving.
Yeah.
You can
Just
notice the
stop
difference.
making mistakes as well.
ERS is a lot lower now as well. I believe they're on like 60% before. Now they're on 40, and Joe behind is on 40 as well. So they've started to push.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he still wants his P2. I would definitely
Domi
prefer a
and
P2,
Ben.
of course.
Oh, tight. The turn 4. Good old battle between some older drivers, of course. And Ben will switch back out of turn 4. Not bad. Not bad for 2 old heads. And then on the inside, please don't let this end. Oh, and Domi's hit him.
No.
And Domi's around. And he's just about to save it. Oh,
no.
Ooh.
Ah.
That's no. And Dark goes through, albeit with 9 seconds. Yeah, that's an unsafe free jump for Domi. And that is basically a slam dunk penalty going for him. And apparently Lando Norris is playing Uno. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
You know?
Anyway.
And Ben Mills is
Disqualified.
qualified from the session because he did not take that drive through, so he's gonna score absolutely nada
Zilch.
today. Yeah, it's Ben out, but yeah, unfortunate for Domi. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why he fought that position that hard. Of course, just having a little bit of fun, I guess. A bit of a boring second half of the race with the rain coming down. But coming into the last sector then, the 2 leaders.
We have S2000 who will take our victory on track. But it will be Yags to take the victory officially, according to the FIA. What a race. What a race. We have Kai coming home with P3. So S2000 had the gap and managed to secure his P2. Yags, S2000, Kai. Yags coming from P11 to win on the grid.
What a drive. What a drive. That's championship lead for him. Well, I mean, that's a stunning drive for him. I mean, he didn't make any mistakes, 0 mistakes. Qualifying was maybe bad, but and they didn't have any warning. That's insane.
He had
no penalties, no mistakes.
2 warnings.
And fastest lap as well.
That's a 26 points for him. Excellent job, truly. I'm looking forward to speaking to him.
Yeah, that is a Hamilton-esque drive from Brazil.
That's a Verstappen drive, I'd say.
Okay. But anyway, from P11 on the grid to P1, stunning job. Yeah, he's aced the field.
Driver of the day.
Aced the field. Driver of the day as well. I mean, he's gotten everything today.
Every accolade possible. The only thing he didn't get is pole position. Exactly. That would have been That would have been a grand slam. Is that what it's called when they have pole, fastest lap, led every session, led every lap?
Yep.
And win the race? No problem, goes. Yeah.
But he's almost got the full house, what they call it, except for pole position. They should add driver of the day into that as well. My opinion. But yeah, thoroughly deserving driver of the day as well. I mean, S2000 also from P13 to P2, so not bad at all. And Adelzi from P14, so a day for underdogs, not a day for people starting at the top. I mean, P2 finished in P17 disqualified.
P1,
P5 championship
P3.
leader Noel, and then P10.
Yeah.
So
I guess it really shows that that medium to intermediate strategy was definitely the correct call. Very good
yeah,
job.
I
Yeah,
mean,
let's go,
I
Joe.
mean,
Good job. Good job.
yeah, the Alfa Romeos looked the favorite after Mick had his spin. So and then afterwards it was pretty much over. When yeah, started to show his pace in the mediums. So yeah, the momentum swung a lot during the race.
It did, it did. So we're gonna get some interviews underway. Do do do. All right. Should we start with P3 or should we start with P1? Your decision, Scars.
Best for last. Third,
What did you say?
best for last.
Best for last. No problem. And here we have our third place finisher, Kai. Congratulations on the podium once again. How was that for you? How was that race?
Well, qualifying on the soft is a bit of a gamble. Struggled at the end of the soft stint. Me and Ben were just getting chased up by everybody, and then got a decent lap to pit for inters, but I just didn't have the pace in the wet. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the result. I think that's the best I could have done. Missed out on the P2 by zero point 0.2, so quite sad by that. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, from what it looked like it was a controlled drive. It just maybe the strategy was slightly not the right one. The rain may be coming a bit too late from what you predicted. Was the gamble that the rain would come earlier? Is that what you guys were predicting in the Alfa Romeo camp garage?
Yeah, because Jeff sometimes he gets it wrong. So
Yeah.
unfortunately this time he didn't. But yeah, worth it.
I mean, at the end of the day, you still managed to recover with a podium. Any thoughts on your teammates' performance today?
Really good quality, but unfortunately, just he had a few screen freezes on the softs, and then it was involved with the McLaren, I think, on the inters, and yeah, just went kind of downhill for him, and then the drive through didn't really help.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure maybe in the next race, you guys have secured 1-2 in Singapore. You secured 1-2 here today. Maybe in the next race you can secure a 1-2 on qualifying and maybe translate that into a 1-2 in the race.
Yeah, we also had a 1-2 in France as well.
1-2 in
So
France as well. So
every time.
that's exceptional qualifying. You guys just got to practice a bit more in the race or try and focus on the strategy. I'm sure you guys will pull it off eventually by the end of the season. But once again, congratulations on the podium. Scars, do you have anything to add?
No, you basically covered it all. You guys did a great job. I mean, you guys is your strategy with swapping with the DRS at the start, was that planned? Like just swapping around, just pull away, or was it just like just not pre-planned at all?
Yeah, well, we were on a call, so we kind of discussed when we should overtake each other. One time it didn't go too well, and we lost a lot to
Yeah.
Mikko, but yeah, I think he spun or something like that. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I'm happy about that.
Congrats, man.
Well, we will see you hopefully in the next race on the podium. Kai, you've been showing exceptional pace in qualifying, so hopefully you can continue that form. And once again, GG.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
No problem.
Sir.
And now we have our
Go.
race winner. Scars, I'm going to let you take this one away. Last time I interviewed
Oh,
the race winner, so you can do this one this time. I believe in you.
thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's go. Joe. Yags. Congrats on the race win, man. Great
Thank you
job.
very much. Thank you very much.
I mean, what a drive, man. P11. You started P11, by the way, and you finished P1. So, take us through your race. What happened? How did it happen? And yeah.
So, in quali, I decided to go on to do the medium strategy because I knew that there was gonna be rain later in the race. So yeah, I started P11 in qualifying. Then from there had a few iffy first laps, but then So some of it just went in my favor, to be fair. There are a few crashes ahead. Obviously, S2000 had the 3-second penalty, but I think I kept good pace all throughout the race, on the mediums and on the inters.
Yeah, your pace was pretty good. Managed to keep up with S2000 there. Got a little bit scary between you two. At the end there, you guys were kind of
Yeah.
going side by side. A couple of off-track excursions. What was your mentality against it? Because of course, Daisy, it wasn't here. Noel was down the order. Were you just like sending it on him, or were you kind of just chilling and just hoping not to hit him at all?
Well, obviously I wanted to get the win on track. I knew he had the 3-second penalty, so I wasn't trying to take any risks. But tough racing. He was able to get it on track. So congrats to him.
Okay, then just the last one from me. Of course, Mexico and Brazil, the last two races. You're going into those two races with the championship lead, or for Mexico at least. How are you feeling for the two last races of the season?
I'm gonna be honest. Only practice I've done on Mexico with no line was from I don't know. I've done one race on Mexico with no line and haven't really done any Brazil practice. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of practice to keep my pace and get the championship.
Yeah, there is a fix for that.
And what's that fix,
Yeah,
So if you
Scars?
want to, you should put on the racing mat.
Oh my goodness. Leave. But no, let me just add, Joe. I mean, I've told you before. You've definitely got the pace. Today you showed it. 11th to 1st. Excellent job. Yeah, really, just congratulations. 15-point lead now over Noel in the championship, I believe. I believe that is correct.
Something like that.
15 or 16 points with fastest lap. So excellent job. I mean, at this point now, as long as you outscore Noel, even if he wins and you come P2. I mean, even if, yeah, as long as you finish P2 and he finishes P1, I believe the championship is yours. So it's all about keeping it composed. Do you think you can do that?
Yeah, as long as I can keep it clean, I should probably be able to get it. Yeah.
Well, we may be seeing a new champion. Noel, this is my challenge to you. Can you bring it back? Who knows? Joe, congratulations on the win.
Anything could happen.
Anything can happen.
Anything could happen.
Congrats, man.
All right. So that was MRL Tier 2 Austria. You can join us again tomorrow for Tier 1. You'll see Scars in the wall POV. You'll see Harlem P1 POV. No penalties, 25 seconds in the lead. Insane. Great. So, yeah, I mean, do you have anything to say to the guys and girls in the chat before we sign off?
Well, make sure to watch Harlem closely because he is lying. So yeah, that's all. Make sure to watch Tier 1 tomorrow. Gonna be a fantastic race, and enjoy your evening, everyone. Good night and goodbye.